What's up, everybody? This is Daxton here, Noxad.org. So I was in the middle of doing a 3D print. It was one of the large chest pieces, and as you can see, my extruder is all the way up here because I left my office and went took a shower, came back down, and we're floating up here, and we have no more print. So what happened was, or what I believe happened, is you see right here, there was a, if I can get it to focus, there's a little damaged piece on the filament right here, and so it wasn't pulling it down, and then this got too hot, it started getting nasty on the end and kind of just burned up in there and basically clogged the extruder. So what I do with my 3D printer with the actual console, you know, I of course back this out and pull out all of this that I can with the filament. And then you want to take something like guitar string or some thin wire that's pretty close to the same size. I guess that you would consider your head of your extruder would be putting out. So like if you can see this wire right here, it's really thin wire. If I can get my camera to focus, maybe, yep, see it's pretty thin wire. And that's okay. It had some plastic on it, you know, it's plastic coated wire. You can get the rolls of this. I get this at like Dollar Tree. You can get like 3 packs of this for like $1. It's just really, really thin wire. Just useful, you know, for random things like this. I always keep some of this. But over here, I don't have my camera focus on that. But over here on my machine, surely you know, you want to go into your extruder settings to where you have your machine, you know, start pulling your filament in or out. So basically, what I do is duplicate that. I'm gonna go up here. And push this down, and I'm going to actually get my camera up just a little bit maybe, and I'm going to take my wire about that size. I gotta pull this little pin to actually start feeding it here. And as you can see now, you see the wire coming out down here? That's how you clean your extruder on your 3D printer. Now you do want to make sure that you have your temperature of your extruder up, because if you don't have that on and you know it's not hot to be able to melt plastic, you're not going to be able to push anything out. You're going to be trying to push out, you know, formed plastic instead of melted plastic. Now as you can see, when I take this out, obviously, you know, it's hot, so it melts all the plastic off, but that's totally fine. I just want to make sure to get all that clean down in there. So once I can see that through, and I wasn't able to slide that down through when I cleaned it a minute ago. I actually had to use, you know, like I said, the actual computer part of the 3D printer and have it crank this wire down in there to where it get pulled out. And then you can kind of keep doing that a couple times, and I could see all the crap. Let's see if I got a piece here. This is some of the crap that came out of it. Just some burnt, jammed up plastic. You get all types of stuff. So now what I can try to do and see if I fix my problem is actually where this piece is damaged, which was what was causing the problem. I want to actually cut this off here and give it a nice clean cut. I don't want any bent pieces, damaged pieces, so I'm going to get my scissors. So I got my scissors here. Try to pull this back down. I'm going to cut right above the damaged piece. Again, I want a nice clean cut. I will then take my filament. I'm gonna pull this little button down here, and of course be very careful when you're doing this, you know, because these extruders are very hot. You don't want to touch the wrong part. Sorry, I keep hitting my phone. When I get that down as far as I can get it to where the motor should start pulling it, I will now go into my settings over here for the 3D printer. I will go to my extruder. I'll go to extruder position, and I will begin manually having it feed and see. All right, there we go. So you can see, I'll just keep doing that, make sure we get all the crap out. Some more burnt stuff come out. I'll show you in just a second if you can't quite see from where it is. But so now it's got a good grip again, and I will stop having it manually pull all that down here. It'll take just a second to get it all squeezed out. It'll just keep on coming. And starting to slow down a little bit now. Basically, when that's done, very carefully, I'm going to reach down here and pull that out. Now, if you look at the end of this here, some of this nasty crap that came out of there, if I get it. Maybe, maybe not. Right there's some burnt black crap come out. Discard that, obviously that's trash. Get a little bit more, very carefully take that off there. Now I am going to go in and try to start printing this piece again. I don't really use my 3D printer much anymore. Just FYI, I'm mostly into laser engraving now. So get that, and we should start printing here any second. Get that focus back up. Pull my camera back a little bit. What I really need to do actually before that starts is I need to get that off. So I'm gonna take a second and try to scratch this off from the other print. And I'll be right back.